right, good afternoon from a bright, sunny Doucette Stadium. I'm Bill Gilman alongside Tewksbury Police Chief Ryan Columbus.
How you doing, Bill?
Very good, very good. We are here for a huge MVC high school football matchup. Tewksbury High playing host to Chelmsford High, and this promises to be one of the top games of the year.
No question here. You got both 4-1, like you said. Chelmsford's an excellent team, as well as Tewksbury. These schools certainly have a storied tradition. Many games played over the years in the Merrimack Valley. Should be a great one.
Absolutely. Chelmsford coming in, riding a 4-game win streak, an offense that's been putting up over 42 points a game. It is going to be a huge challenge for the Tewksbury defense. Tewksbury coming off their first loss of the year, a tough game against a really talented Billerica squad. And so we should have a good one. And it looks like Chelmsford has won the toss. They have deferred, so Tewksbury will be getting the ball to start the game. And Chief, what are your thoughts on what you've seen from Tewksbury so far this year and how they can rebound coming off their first loss?
Yeah, I think they're obviously a well-coached team. We all know Brian Aylward does a fantastic job with his teams, the discipline. I think that one of the things that I've noticed over the last few weeks, we're hoping that they can limit the turnovers. That has been a problem the last couple of weeks with fumbling. So if they can limit the turnovers here, play solid defense, be effective in running the ball, if they can get Arbogast going, get him out wide, get some good blocks, timely blocks, I think they'll be able to get him in the end zone a few times today.
Turnovers definitely have been a factor, even in the games that Tewksbury has won. They have given the ball away a few times. So it looks like we are getting set for the national anthem.
At this time, please stand and remove your caps as senior Sarah Downing performs the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, yet it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and all of the brave?
An absolutely lovely rendition of the national anthem.
Awesome job by Sarah.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding. So as we said, Tewksbury will be getting the ball first, and Tewksbury's offense been scoring over 30 points a game this year. A lot of weapons that Coach Aylward has, but they are going to be they're going to face a tough test with a Chelmsford defense that has been giving up barely 8 points a game this year. So as you said, they're going to have to limit the mistakes, limit the turnovers, and see if they can jump out ahead here and see if they can maybe draw first blood.
No question, Bill. I think we'll get a sense early on who's winning the battles in the trenches, if the who's winning the line battles defensively and offensively. It should be a great matchup.
Looks like we have Alex Arbogast and Sean Hurdle back deep to receive the opening kickoff. Michael Beerwith will be doing the kicking for Chelmsford. An absolutely perfect day for high school football here. A bit of a throwback, a Saturday afternoon game.
What a setting here. It's absolutely beautiful.
And Beerwith steps into it, and we are underway. Hurdle scoops it up. He's looking for a block. Looking to get to the outside. He does get to the outside. Cuts it back in and is going to be taken down at just about the 31-yard line.
Tell you, Sean Hurdle's having a great season. He runs tough. I don't know if anyone runs any tougher than he does in the field.
He really does. He really does. He hits the holes hard, and he makes somebody pay for it if they want to take him down. So Tewksbury will be starting from their own 31-yard line, moving from left to right. Vincianzo brings him out, calling signals. Arbogast takes a handoff, going around the right side, going to the left side. He's going to pick up first down yardage.
We got a marker down.
10 yards on the play, flag on the play.
But as you say, marker down. Looks like that'll be coming back. And the call is a block below the waist. So unfortunately, one of those mistakes right off the top costs the Redmen a first down run.
Looks like Coach Hill was trying to get the attention of the referee. He is not happy.
Oh, and they've picked up the flag now. Coach Ilward looks like he won his argument. So the run by Arbogast will hold, and it's going to be a first down for Tewksbury.
You don't see that very often, do you?
You really don't. You really don't. But credit to the referees, they conferred and decided that it was not a chop block, and so they get the first down run. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Great run by Arbogast. If he can get out wide and get those blocks, he is so fast, very difficult to catch him.
Ciancio calling signals under center. Hand off to Hurdle, it looks like. Up over the left side, gain of about 3.
He really is just a workhorse, isn't he? I mean, he hits those holes so fast. He's tough, not afraid of any contact, that's for sure.
Oh no, he will not hesitate at the line of scrimmage, and he will very rarely have a negative play, because when he gets contact, he's always leaning forward, getting an extra yard or two on the play. So he's second down and about 8 yards now for the Redmen. Fianzo in the shotgun. He's back to pass. And incomplete. He was looking for Sullivan.
He had him open, just overthrew him just a little bit there.
3rd and 8.
He did. Looked like he rushed the throw a little bit on that, and not sure that he had to. He had time, had good protection. So it'll be 3rd and long, about 8 yards to go from the 43. 10:34 to go in the first quarter. Just underway here at Doucette Field. No score. Fianzo in the shotgun. Play action fake. Oh, looks for Hurdle, and Hurdle unable to haul it in at the 45-yard line. Probably would have been short of the first down.
4th and 8.
Would have been well short. It was well defended by Chelmsford.
It was, and Hurdle looked like maybe he might have heard footsteps behind him, and just couldn't hold on to the ball.
I'm not going to question him hearing footsteps there, Bill, but it was a little underthrown, I think.
And Michael Sullivan will be back to punt from about the 30-yard line. Clean snap. And a good kick. Takes a Chelmsford bounce. And it's going to be downed by Cam Kearney.
By Michael Sullivan.
Right about the 31-yard line.
First down, Chelmsford at their own 31.
So get a chance to take our first look at this high-powered Chelmsford offense. Much like Tewksbury, a lot of weapons that they have. Led by junior quarterback Kyle Wilder.
Watching him in warm-ups, he's got a great arm. Really can throw the ball really well.
Back in the shotgun. Wilder calling signals. Now looking for a new play from the sidelines. Now he's set and takes the snap. Looking downfield. He's got a man, and he's got him. That is Grant Engelhardt, and he's going to take it all the way for a Chelmsford touchdown.
Well, I guess right on cue. Like I said, we saw him in warm-ups. We were talking about his arm strength. He certainly hit it there, and the defender the wide receiver got wide open there.
He really was. He just took he was set up wide to the right, and just a simple route up the seam, took a step toward the post, and had a step on the secondary, and Wilder hit him in stride. Engelhardt takes it 69 yards for a touchdown, and Chelmsford has drawn first blood. And the extra point is up and good by Beerworth. And as the teams head back upfield with 10:10 to go in the first quarter, Chelmsford, just like that, off to a 7-0 lead.
Tough to tell what happened there. We don't have the luxury of instant replay in here, which I wish we did. If that was a blown coverage or just a great route, just beat the defender there. It was tough to see, but just a great pass. First play, tough to give up for the Redmen. But let's see what they can do with the next offensive possession.
That is the 11th touchdown pass of the year for Wilder. He really is has proven himself to be a dual threat. 11 touchdown passes, 5 touchdown runs on the season. And first and foremost, Tewksbury's going to need to take away that deep ball. And
no question. He looks like he can move. Great arm. 6'2", 195. He's listed. Good-sized kid. They're going to have to make some adjustments, certainly, on defense.
All right, Tewksbury will look to try and answer. Beerworth getting set to kick off. Once again, Hurdle back deep, but it's a short kick. It's muffed. Now Hurdle scoops it up. He's looking for a little room. Can't find too much. And he's going to be taken down about the 30-yard line.
Looks like we got a good crowd here today.
And we'll begin the drive at the 30-yard line.
We do.
Just curious how if the day games would be different than the night games. It looks like a really good crowd.
It really does. If the parking situation coming in here was any indication, all of the lots are full. Chelmsford fans clearly travel well coming over from down on 495. All right, Tewksbury comes out 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. There's the pitch to Arbogast, and he is cut down.
John McCarthy on the tackle.
Right at the 30-yard line. 31, we'll give him a yard.
Yeah, it looked like John McCarthy from Chelmsford came right up, made that tackle. That was a nice play by him.
That was a very nice play. Filled the hole nicely. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Ciancio under center. Hurdle at fullback. Arbogast at tailback. Ciancio back to pass, looking down and out, and again, off the mark. Again, looking for Sullivan in the flat, but
not sure if there was a lack of communication there on the route or the pass, but I think they probably would prefer to establish their run game here.
I would agree. They definitely would like to get Hurdle and Arbogast going, get some type of a rhythm on that. But you're right. It looked like that maybe Ciancio thought that Sullivan was going to break that off a little bit earlier than he did. All right, so again, 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9. Pitch to Arbogast.
Oh, boy.
And a fumble.
Throwback.
Tewksbury trying a bit of trickery, and now a flag gets thrown.
Yeah,
So
Tewksbury might be hoping for a break here on a flag, but I'm not sure what that play design was or the execution was there, but certainly was broken up early on.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to do a throwback pass to Ciancio, but it was incomplete, and it really got blown up early on. Oh, and now a dead ball foul, personal foul on Tewksbury is going to drop them back even further here and push Sullivan back for his punt back toward his own goal line. Personal foul is going to go back to just about the 15-yard line. Looked like there was just a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the hit. I'm not sure exactly who it was on. Did you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not see who was on.
This is definitely going to set up Chelmsford with excellent field position, and based off their first possession, or I should say first play, it's going to put the Redmen at a disadvantage.
So Sullivan is back to punt. He takes the snap. Kick is away. A decent kick again. Takes a Chelmsford bounce. Some bad luck there. Down at the Tewksbury 43-yard line. So Chelmsford will be starting on the plus side of the field. Already up 7-0 with 9:11 to go here in the first quarter. As you say, Tewksbury finding themselves with their backs against the wall early.
Yeah, and like I said, Chelmsford's got great field position here. Certainly Tewksbury is going to be watching for the long ball, but this will be a great opportunity for Chelmsford to start running the ball.
Kyle Wilder is the quarterback for Chelmsford.
All right, Wilder calling signals in the shotgun. Handoff to Kai Everett, and he is taken down by Sullivan. Nice open field tackle.
Michael Sullivan, two-way player. Great kid, great player, works hard. That was an excellent tackle.
So that's going to be second down and 9. Wilder in the shotgun. Everett next to him. Wilder back to pass. Looking downfield again, just out of reach.
Just out of reach there, but I think he had his man beat.
He did. Dan Craig was looking for a pass interference call. He was not going to get that one. The throw was just a little bit long. So Chelmsford finds themselves with a 3rd and 9, and this seems to be maybe kind of a sneaky big play here early in the game.
I don't think there's any sneaking about it, Bill. I think this is a big play right here for the Redmen to get back on track.
All right, Wilder in the shotgun. Everett to his right. Back to pass, swing pass over to Everett, and
Nice
he
play.
is buried.
Nice play by Blake Ryder. Came right up. He read that
Ryder.
play. Great tackle.
That is a scouting report right there. They saw that coming, and Everett was taken down for a 4-yard loss. So 4th and 13, and Chelmsford will have to punt for the first time today. Boy, that was a big stop by Tewksbury.
Great play, great read by Blake Ryder. That's what you expect from your senior captain to turn this thing around.
All right, Chelmsford with the punt. Dan Craig.
A.J. Sini on the return.
A.J. Sini with a great catch there. It was a difficult one for sure.
It was a
He was
little
fortunate to get to the 10 there, I think.
It was a little risky. You don't generally want to field that ball inside the 5-yard line. It could have settled down there. It could have also gone into the end zone for a touchback. So, but as you say, he made a nice grab on it and got it back to the 10. So, 3rd possession of the game already for Tewksbury. We're only midway through the first quarter. 7:55 to go. Tewksbury trailing 7-0. 1st and 10 from their own 10. The handoff is Arbogast, and he is thrown down.
Nice tackle there.
Sean
33,
Hurdle
Chelmsford.
Tackle by Jack Walsh, second down.
Jack Walsh, senior, Chelmsford. Came
Arbogast
right up,
tried
read
to-
it, made the nice tackle.
It was a very nice tackle. Arbogast trying to break it to the outside, and Walsh was having none of it. Loss of a yard on the play, or 2. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 8, and Tewksbury's offense has really had a difficult time getting some traction here in the early going.
There's no question that if you've scouted Tewksbury at all, that you know if Arbogast gets outside, he's gone. So certainly teams have keyed in on that.
Ciancio in the shotgun, back to pass. He's got a man.
Nice catch by Blake Ryder.
Blake Ryder.
Complete to Blake Ryder.
Nice pass on the quick cut in.
10 yards on the
Brings
play,
it up to
brings
about the
32.
18-yard line, and it makes it for a very manageable 3rd down and 2. So they've got some options here. You can definitely run for it, or you can pass. So that was a key pickup.
I like Hurdle in this situation. I'm not calling the plays, Bill, but I like Hurdle here.
Well, Ciancio in the shotgun, and Hurdle is right next to him, so we'll see. Ciancio looking again, and that's the 3rd time that they have tried that pass out in the flat, and
He certainly had him open. Just
Finn
a
has
miss.
been just off his mark a little bit. He was looking for Kenny Wynn on that, and Wynn was open, and he just missed him.
Yeah, certainly not winning the field position battle at this time.
So 4th and 2. Sullivan back to punt for the 3rd time already today. Clean snap. Kick underway. This time he gets a good Tewksbury roll. Continuing to roll, and it'll be blown dead right about the Chelmsford 42-yard line.
Good punt by Michael Sullivan. Tewksbury's, we got to be very careful here that, we saw what they could do in the first play. We know they have a quarterback with a strong arm, can really sling it out there. Yeah, they don't want to be giving up too many opportunities on offense to get points.
As you said, last possession, when they went deep, it seemed like their wideout got a step again on the secondary. So the safeties are going to have to keep an eye on that. These guys have got some speed on the edges. All right, Wilder calling signals. And he's going to keep it. Going around the right end. A nice pickup on 1st down.
Quarterback Kyle Wilder.
Sean Hurdle with the tackle.
Nice run by Wilder.
2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy about that, just a direct snap, and he headed right around his right tackle. So 2nd and 2 from midfield. And this is where I think you do need to be careful that they may try to take a shot downfield here. But Wilder's going to keep it again, and he gets drilled.
That's Luke Shaw on the hit. 3rd down.
Luke Shaw with a nice tackle.
Gain of 1, maybe 1.5. 3rd and about half a yard inside the 49-yard line. Clock moving, 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Chelmsford leads 7-0. Wilder calling signals. Everett to his right. There's the handoff to Everett. He's looking for some room. He gets a block. He is cutting. He is in the open field. And he is going to take it the distance. Kai Everett.
Touchdown.
A 49-yard touchdown run. And Chelmsford has extended its lead to 13-0.
It looked like they might have had a chance to have him in the backfield. He made a nice cut. And once he got in the open field, he was gone.
He did. You're exactly right. Once he got into that second tier, he cut it to the outside, and there was nobody home, and he was untouched. Michael Beerwith lining up for the extra point. The snap, the ball is down. The kick looks like it is wide. He hooked it. So no good. The score remains 13-0.
Chelmsford 13, Redmen 0.
Tewksbury in a unfamiliar position.
They seem a bit deflated here on the sideline, certainly with the crowd. being down 14-0 quick like that will do that to you.
It absolutely will, and we are quickly seeing why Chelmsford has been on the run that it has been after a season-opening loss to Maynard out in Central Mass. They have just rolled through their last 4 opponents, and they are looking right now every bit as good as they've been touted.
Certainly have. They look. They certainly look strong. They've been great on defense so far this game. They have running capability, certainly throwing capability, like we talked about. But Tewksbury has that too, and they've had a couple of miscues, but let's see if they can put it together.
Kai Everett on that touchdown run last week against North Andover ran for 145 yards and a little pooch kick this time. And it's rolling around. Hurdle picks it up at the 20. Trying to push his way ahead, and he does. Pushes through the pile, brings it up to about the 29-yard line.
Hurdle on the return. Redmond will begin at the 34.
Decent return considering in field position, considering where they've been the last 2 series. So let's see if they can gain some momentum here and get a couple of first downs. And, if they can get in the end zone here, I think that will certainly get some momentum back for Tewksbury.
They've tried to throw a few times to the outside, and Ciancio's just been off the mark. On the other hand, he's been on the mark between the hash marks. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Elward dials up here. All right, Ciancio under center. Handoff to Hurdle, up the middle, has
Great
some
run.
room.
Big hole there. Great job by the offensive line. Hurdle hit that hole.
Nice gain on first down. Gain of about 6.
Nice job.
I would call it 7. So 2nd and 3. And that's what we've come to expect from the Tewksbury running game, and Sean Hurdle in particular, just driving his legs forward. Ciancio under signal. This time, Hurdle in motion. And it's Arbogast taking it around the right side. And it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down.
Alex Arbogast for Redmond, first down.
Got the first down. Nice run there. He had to outrun number 10 for Chelmsford, Craig, and then Taze came up and made a nice tackle. Nice hit.
One thing you can count on from Coach Elward is he's not going to panic. He's not going to abandon the game plan. And he's going to look to just get some traction, get some momentum underneath him. All right, this time, Manny Mangata in the backfield.
Wasn't much there.
Pounding ahead. Gain of about a yard.
2nd and 9.
Manny Mangata, the sophomore, has had a tremendous defensive season thus far for the Redmen. Will occasionally get a carry or two from the backfield. And he's back in there again. Set up as a single back. Ciancio operating out of the pistol. Play action fake. He's looking downfield. Overthrows his receiver. He was looking for Kenny Wynn deep.
John McCarthy on
Coverage was good.
For Kenny Wynn, 3rd and 9.
But just overthrew what probably would have been about a 50-50 ball, I guess.
Yeah, that was good throw, long, strong arm, but was off the mark.
So once again, 3rd and long, which is something Tewksbury's faced quite a bit of here in the first quarter. 3:41 to go. Chelmsford out to a 13-0 lead. Ciancio calling signals, operating out of the shotgun, looking downfield, now scrambling. And incomplete over the middle, was looking for Ryder.
Well defended by Chelmsford there. Looked like they were in zone defense, and they got some pressure on the quarterback. He didn't have much time.
It definitely looked like the initial read was not there for Ciancio, which was good that he didn't force it. Went to his 2nd or 3rd read, but just couldn't make the play. So Sullivan back for the 4th punt already in this first quarter. Takes a snap. Kick is away. Once again, a good boot. Picked up. Thought it might have been down, but I guess it was picked up and returned to the 35-yard line. That was Manuel Marshall on the return.
Yeah, a little bit of a risky play there by him, but for a minimal gain. Not sure the risk reward. I don't know if Coach would like that or not.
No, not with a 13-0 lead.
Coach
you don't
Peterson,
want to.
definitely don't want to have a turnover there.
Right.
But you can understand if he's trying to make a play.
So Chelmsford will take over at their own 34-yard line, already up 13-0, looking to expand on the lead. Wilder calling signals, Everett next to him. And he's going to hang on to it on the option. Nice pickup.
Looks like Tewksbury had an outside blitz there, but running that right up the middle, was able to find a hole and have a good gain.
Gain of about 7 yards, 2nd and 3. He kept that ball in Everett's gut for about 3 seconds before he decided to pull it away. And you're right, it was because of that outside blitz. Now Wilder looking downfield, and there's going to be a flag there. I don't think that was intentional, but A.J. Seeney kind of lost his own footing and took down the receiver.
Well, it was either that or a touchdown because he was going to be open, and if he caught that, he was gone. So if it was intentional, it wasn't a bad penalty.
No, it won't. It'll be a 15-yarder, and they'll mark it at the Tewksbury 44-yard line. And you're right, given the choice between a touchdown and the penalty is always the better choice. And in high school football, not a spot foul, so not as much damage from it. 1st and 10 for Chelmsford. The handoffs to Everett. Everett gets hit and hit again and taken down. A nice play by the Tewksbury defense.
In there as well. 2nd down.
Looks like Max Matuccio on the tackle. Nice play by him. Looks like a loss. Maybe 1?
Loss of a yard. Yep, 2nd down and 11. Tewksbury really needs to make a stand here and try to stop the bleeding.
Tell you, look out for John McCarthy. 6'3", 185.
Wilder rolling out to his left. He's got a man. That was Manny Marshall on the catch.
Marshall, 1st down, Chelmsford.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. Going to mark him out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
You know, those are some of the throws that Tewksbury was trying to make early on that they just couldn't connect. And the difference so far is Chelmsford is connecting.
Exactly. The execution has been excellent for Chelmsford so far. And that play is blown dead before it gets underway.
Motion penalty.
Looks like we'll have illegal procedure on Chelmsford. That'll cost them 5 yards.
5-yard penalty brings the first and 15.
Mark it back to the 37-yard line. 1st and 15. Wilder back in the shotgun. Everett offset to the right. He goes out into the play. Wilder keeps it, but he is taken down after a short gain.
Wilder on the carry. Tackle by Harsha Powell.
Harsha Powell with the tackle, number 43. Another kid out there that just works hard. Great kid. Came right up. He keyed on the quarterback. He wasn't going to take that fake and made a nice tackle.
2nd down and just over 10 yards to go. Wilder calling signals. Marshall in motion. Handoff to Everett. He bounces it back to the right. Gets some room. And he is taken down.
First on the head. 3rd down.
We got a big 3rd down here.
So he's going to be marked down about the 32 or about the 27-yard line. So probably about 3rd and 5. Whistle on the play, and maybe a penalty. It is.
Looks like there's a flag down,
a
Looks like it's on Tewksbury.
It does look like it's on Tewksbury. That the mark was for a block below the waist, but you don't generally see that on the defense. But it was. It was.
Redmond block below the waist.
That's an unusual call, but that's a personal foul. That's a major penalty, and they're going to mark it all the way down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for Chelmsford, and they're once again in the red zone with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. That's a tough call. All right, Wilder's going to keep it, and he is hauled down.
Luke Shaw on the tackle.
Nice tackle by Luke Shaw, number 71.
Got some good penetration on the play, wrapped up Wilder around the legs, and then held on for dear life. Gain of about 2 to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 8. To give him 3, down to the 11. Wilder looking to the bench for a play.
20 seconds here in the quarter.
Looks like they are going to try to get one more play off. Wilder calling signals. Marshall in motion. And the play is batted down.
Nice play.
Blake Ryder.
Blake Ryder on the play.
Ryder came in hard
7.
from the right side and got his hands up and blocked that pass attempt.
Yeah, he's a solid player. He's every down. He's giving you everything he has. That was an excellent play.
So that'll leave the Lions with 4 seconds to go in what should be the final play of the first quarter. Be 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
Another big 3rd down, Bill.
Wilder calling signals. Everett to his right. Goes back to pass. He's looking for a man in the end zone. And it is a touchdown.
Boy, it looked like he pushed off, but ref was right there looking at it. He didn't call. There's certainly a mismatch there. McCarthy at 6'3", 185. And I think that was A.J. Seeney.
It was A.J. Seeney in the coverage, and it absolutely looked like he pushed off. I saw the exact same thing you did. Coach Aylward saw the exact same thing you did. He's not happy, but no call. It's a touchdown, and Chelmsford has extended their lead to 19-0. Pending the extra point by Beerworth. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And so we will move. There was a flag for offside on Tewksbury. That penalty is declined.
Extra point. It is good.
Or maybe assessed on the kickoff. Or,
Offside's
no.
on the play.
Chelmsford is going to accept the penalty, and they are going to take that point off the board. They're going to go for 2. Okay. Well, when you have a 3-touchdown lead, you can afford to take that chance. So the ball will be marked about the 1.5-yard line. The direct snap. That's Dan Craig, and no
Didn't get
good.
it.
They're going to say he's short.
No good. At the end of one quarter, Chelmsford Lions 19. Tewksbury.
I'm not really sure about the decision there to go for 2. You're rolling. I don't know why you would have a negative play in any fashion at this point if you're Chelmsford. But for Tewksbury, yeah, that looked like a penalty in the end zone. But, you know, it's one thing to get beat. It's another thing to beat yourself. And Tewksbury's made too many mistakes so far. They've missed some open passes, some penalties that have hurt them. Certainly field position was a part of that. But, you know, they got to get back on track. They need to drive here. They got to get some points, obviously.
This is a rare situation for Tewksbury, and as you've mentioned, they've got some solid veteran leadership on this team, and this is a character check right now.
Oh, yeah.
They've gotten beaten up and down the field in pretty much every aspect of the game so far, and they've got to try to regroup and you're not going to get it all back at once. You've got to try and like you say, put a drive together.
They got to put a drive together.
Done.
But I got to tell you, if you know, if they can get a momentum swing here, if they can use Chelmsford going for 2 in that position, taking points off the board is some sign of disrespect to them, and use that as motivation. I think that they can put something together, because we've seen all year that Tewksbury can score, and if they get it together, they can run the ball and they can throw it. So we'll see what happens.
And the short kickoff picked up by Tyler Barnes.
Good return.
He pushes it out to about the 42-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark it.
Drive will start at the Redmond 42.
That was a nice job. He was one of the up men, was ready for it, scooped it up, and gives the Redmond pretty good field position to start this first drive of the second quarter.
Coach Peterson certainly has some trust in his defense, because that kick gave Tewksbury really good field position at this point, maybe the best field position they've had today.
All right, Vincienzo calling signals. A handoff to Arbogast, trying to cut it to the outside. He is cut down after a short gain.
Made by John McCarthy.
John McCarthy, again, we're hearing that name a lot today from Chelmsford. Made a nice play, nice tackle.
Second.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
The runs that I've seen so far that they've had success on have been up the middle with Hurdle, so I'd like to see a little bit more of that. But
they also need to get, wait after this play, swing pass to Hurdle. Looking for a block, gets one. Nice gain down the right sideline. He's out of bounds. They're going to mark him inside Chelmsford territory at about the 49-yard line.
9 yards, 3rd and 1.
Nice play by Sean Hurdle. It looked like he made something out of nothing there, didn't he?
It was. He got the ball on what was, I guess, technically a lateral. It was a backward pass, and he could have been cut down for about a gain of about 2 and fought his way through and turned it into a nice gain, and now 3rd down and a yard. And I would say that at this point, you're looking at 4-down territory if they don't happen to make it here.
I agree.
There's the handoff to Arbogast, and he is cut down after no gain, so it is going to be 4th and a yard.
Jose Bethel in on the play. It's a 4th and 1.
Chelmsford's got a couple of big boys up there on the front. Sophomore Thomas Brown at nose tackle, 6'4", 270 pounds. Takes up a lot of space there. All right, here we go. 4th and 1, and Tewksbury's going to call a timeout. They're going to talk about it.
Big play in the game here.
It's a very big play in the game, just to give the defense a breather, keep this drive going. They desperately need to get some points on the board just to build up their confidence a little bit. I was going to say on that Arbogast run on 1st down, when he got taken down by McCarthy. McCarthy's coming in from his cornerback slot. They have got to get some blocking from their wide receivers there. You can't have the corners making tackles at the line of scrimmage. You've got to have your wide receivers getting a body on them so that opens up a little bit of space for your running backs.
No
All right.
question.
Tewksbury comes out. It is 4th and 1. Tight formation, and they are trying to push Ciencio back. And, well, they gave him a favorable spot, and it looks like from where the side judge is marking it, they should have it.
That's close.
We may see a measurement. We are going to see a measurement first time today. So they're going to bring the chains out. They lined up in a almost the victory formation with the backs right behind Ciencio under center, and they gave him a shove. They just gave him a nice push.
You know, tough to go up against that line like that for Chelmsford.
All right, the chains are out. They're pulling them tight. And he is short, just by inches. Chelmsford has held, and they will take over at their own 48-yard line.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for Tewksbury for sure.
That is a tough one. They had 3rd and a yard and had 2 shots at it and couldn't get the first down. That is very unlike this Tewksbury offense to be beaten at the line of scrimmage like they have been today.
No question.
All right, so Chelmsford up 19-0, 9:27 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Everett in motion. Wilder back to pass, looking for more. He's looking down the field. He's got a man. And he is inside the 30-yard line.
He was wide open.
Absolutely wide open. That was Ryan Blagg.
27-yard line.
Down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Chelmsford in no huddle again. They've got the foot on the gas, and they are pushing the attack. Wilder calling signals. Now he's looking to change the play. All right, he's back in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking downfield again. Looking in the end zone, incomplete and a flag.
Ooh, that's a tough call.
Victor Gloria on the coverage.
That was McCarthy again looking in the end zone, and that is a very tough call. Oh, we're going to have offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties.
So pass interference on Tewksbury, but an ineligible man downfield for Chelmsford. So it's a wash.
It'll remain 1st and 10, Chelmsford.
Not sure what Coach Peterson's so upset about on the Chelmsford sideline.
No, it looked like a fairly weak pass interference call, especially after what they allowed McCarthy to get away with down on the other side.
Tell you what, though, McCarthy's going to be a target.
He is. He is very tough to defend. He's got the size and he's got the hands. All right, so we do it all over again. 1st and 10 from the 27. Wilder calling signals. The handoff. No, he's going to keep it on the option. He's got some room. Takes it down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. So that's going to be enough for another first down.
1st and 10, Chelmsford.
They're really confusing Tewksbury with these fakes and the run-pass options.
And Wilder, the junior, is showing some really good decision-making on whether or not he hands off to his tailback or whether he hangs on to it. He's doing a really good job of reading the defense. 1st and 10 for the 16. The handoff is to Marshall on the sweep. Marshall loses the ball. The ball bouncing around. It's in the end zone. Teams fighting for the ball. Waiting for a signal.
Fumble is recovered by Chelmsford.
And it is recovered just outside the end zone by Chelmsford. Tough break there for Tewksbury.
Certainly was. Looked like Hurdle may have been on that tackle again. Ball came out. Just didn't have an opportunity to get on it.
I think you're right. I think it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. I think you're right, though. Hurdle jarred the ball loose. A nice play. But it was just a scramble, and Chelmsford happened to get in there. So they're inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from about the 3. Wilder calling signals. Marshall in motion. Chelmsford changing the play. Wilder rolls out. Looks for the end zone. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Dan Craig.
2nd goal.
Just overshot him a little
Had
bit.
him wide open.
He did have him open.
He was wide open. Dan Craig, another one. Senior, 6'3", 215. They get some. They certainly have some size on this team for Chelmsford.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Wilder takes a snap. He hangs on to it. He's looking for the goal line. He is stopped just short.
Wilder's carry short of the goal line.
That was Braden Aylward. Braden Aylward on the stop. It's going to be stopped at about the 2, it looks like. 3rd and goal.
A lot of options here for Chelmsford.
Marshall split wide to the left. Craig split wide to the right, and the handoff is up the middle, and he's in for a touchdown. That's Kai Everett.
Touchdown, Malachi Everett.
That's
Impressive
his second
drive. Impressive drive for Chelmsford.
It was Everett's second touchdown of the day. And Chelmsford has extended the lead. And you mentioned it was a good-sized crowd here, and I would venture to say this crowd's in shock right now. 6:27 to go in the second quarter, and Chelmsford is up 25-0 pending this extra point by Beerworth. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
26-0.
And as the teams come back upfield, Tewksbury will be looking for answers, trailing Chelmsford 26-0.
They got to find a way to get creative with their offense. They have to obviously execute whatever they come up with, but they just haven't had the ability to get the running game going. Certainly not executing on passes, but they're going to have to get some other people involved in the offense. Blake Ryder would be one that I'd be looking at, to get involved, catch some balls, maybe some quick outs, get, maybe not the big shots down the field, but just get some momentum going, get a drive going, give your defense a little bit of a rest, even though most of these kids play both ways. But I think that, they just got to establish one drive and get on the board and take it from there. There's a lot of time left, still in the second quarter. But this Chelmsford team, I'll tell you, they are impressive.
I am wondering if also at this stage that we may not see, maybe not right now, but maybe in the second half, that we may not see a change in quarterback. We may see Coach Aylward look to go to maybe Cam Kearney at quarterback. So we'll see. And the kickoff. It looks like
Nice return.
Seeney's got it.
Good return.
With a nice return. Redmond will start at the 36-yard line.
Brings it up to about the 36, and that's where Tewksbury will take over.
I'll tell you, the school has come out really nice, huh, over there? Playground and
Oh, this whole vista, the way it's been put
It's-
together with the new school and the field here, it just really is a beautiful complex.
it really is. It's
It
been
is.
great. And for years, Tewksbury, as you know, didn't have night games, and now that they do, it's a great scene. It's great for not only football but all the sports.
It's a great setting. Arbogast on the pitch. He's up over the 40, looking to hold on to the ball as Chelmsford was looking to rip it out of his hands.
So it looked like there were 7 white shirts on Arbogast.
They
and
were.
You could see that they were really going after that football, trying to rip it out of his hands.
They
So
were.
This is an aggressive defense.
It really is, and it's the guys in the secondary, the safeties and the corners who are coming up and being part of this run defense that's really impressive. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Call it, well, gain of 5. They'd start, I guess, at the 37, so it's up at the 42. 2nd and 5 for Tewksbury. Vincienzo calling signals. Looking over the middle. Had a man. Had Kenny Wynn. And Wynn could not hold on to it. It was a little bit behind him, but it was definitely a catchable ball.
Yeah, I like that pass there. That was a good pass. I think that he's going to come up with that ball. But, again, Chelmsford was right there.
But I think you're right. I think those are the types of passes that they've got to look for. Underneath in the zone, that seems to be the open area. All right, so 3rd and 5. Cienzo back, rolling out, looking downfield.
Ooh, that's a hold.
Was looking for Wynn, and they are going to get a flag there as
23.
The defensive back, Jake Brooks, had a hold of Kenny Wynn's jersey. You could see it from up here. We could see it from up here.
I saw it, yeah.
And fortunately, the referee saw it.
Not a bad penalty for him, though, because I think he may have had him, and if he did, he was gone. So when you're up 26-0, you can take those liberties, I guess.
Right. So they're going to call it pass interference, 15 yards. Moves the ball down to the Chelmsford 43-yard line. 1st and 10, and this is Tewksbury's deepest penetration of the first half. The pitch to Arbogast, looking for some room. Brings it down to the 40.
Arbogast on the carry. 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Looks like he lost his footing there. Well, there was a nice hold. The offensive line did a nice job opening that up for Arbogast, but it looks like when he cut, he lost his footing there. Was only get about 3 yards there.
Mark it at the 40. This will be 2nd and 7. .436 to go. Arbogast looking for room around the right side. Does get to the corner, but driven out of bounds after a gain of 2.
Not much there.
Not much there, but I thought he was going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage. He has that second gear that he can shift into, and he can kind of surprise you a little bit. All of a sudden, he's kind of just going sort of half speed as he looks for a hole, and then bang, he hits it fast.
He certainly does. He's got tremendous speed.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 38-yard line. Manny Mangata into block. And Cienzo on the scramble is going to be just short of the first down, but it looks like there's going to be a hold on Tewksbury. So once again, shooting themselves in the foot with a mistake. So instead of 4th and about a yard, they're going to be 3rd and about 15.
Well, you certainly 2-down territory here now, so you got to have the approach that you get 2 plays here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you may be looking at the idea of just getting some of this back. Ball's going to be marked at midfield, so it's going to be 3rd and 17. Cianci rolling out, throwing downfield, and it is intercepted. McCarthy
Intercepted by number 11, John McCarthy.
now has an interception to go with his touchdown catch.
That's a tough throw to make. He's running, and he has to turn across his body to make that throw. He didn't get enough on it, but he was being pursued, so it was a difficult chance for him. So
It was. There was heavy pressure. He didn't want to take the sack, so he unloaded it. There was double coverage, and McCarthy made a nice play to haul in the interception. The pass was intended for Kenny Wynn. So Chelmsford will take over, 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. Looking to build on a 26-0 lead with 3:17 to go in the first half. Wilder takes a snap, the handoff, is to Everett, and he is buried behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Paxton Green.
Paxton Green.
That was a great play. He wasn't going to be denied on that one, was he?
He was not, and that may have been one of the first times we've seen in this game where Wilder made the wrong choice. He should have held on to the ball, gotten what he could, because Everett had nowhere to go. A loss of about 6 yards on the play. Going to be 2nd and 16. Wilder rolling out to his right, looking downfield, and a diving catch. An excellent catch by Marshall.
Catch made by Marshall.
Great catch by Marshall. Nice play.
You mentioned that Chelmsford's got some size. They have got some skill on this team. They have got some very
34.
talented players. So we're going to be 3rd and about 5 here from the 31-yard line. Wilder operating out of the shotgun. Looking downfield. The rush is on. And the pass is overthrown.
It looks like Paxton Green got through and got a nice hit on the quarterback.
Paxton Green did indeed. He came in and got the first real good heavy hit for the Tewksbury pass rush today. And that, when you're going against a quarterback who can throw downfield like that, who likes to look downfield, that's how you stop him. You got to put the heavy pressure on, and he was able to force a throw off his back foot. And it was overthrown, forcing a 4th down, and Chelmsford will punt.
Yep, it was a nice play. Good call by the defense, and nice play by Paxton Green.
Timeout Lions.
Timeout for the Lions. They may have just been worried about a delay of game there. One would not think that they're going to think about going for it.
Wilder may have been shaken up on that hit. He's been looks like he's addressing his arm over there.
Yeah, Green came in and it was a clean hit, good shot, and he hit him flush. All right, so Dan Craig back to punt from about his 20-yard line. The snap is clean. The kick underway. And they're going to mark it, but they're going to mark it dead at the 27. It looked as though Chelmsford might have touched it earlier than that, but apparently not. Ball is at the 28-yard line, and that is where Tewksbury will take over with 1:51 to go here in the first half, trying to get some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they had some promising plays in the last drive, but they just haven't been able to sustain any consistency as of yet. We'll see what they come up with here with 1:51 left.
Vincienzo calling signals, back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a man. It's Sullivan. Just going right up the seam. Nice catch.
I got to tell you, that's a great catch. Great throw. In no fear by Michael Sullivan. He had defenders all over him. He knew he was going to get hit, and he held onto the ball. Great play by him.
Some terrific concentration right up the seam. Right along the hash mark up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Tewksbury. Clock is running, 1.5 minutes to go. Tewksbury, I believe, has 2 timeouts remaining. Cienzo calling signals. The handoff to Arbogast, going around the right side, looking for a block. He's got a man. He's got the corner. He's got the corner. He is gone.
Oh, yeah.
He is going to take it the distance. Alex Arbogast.
What a run that was, but, you know, something that I saw on that was number 60, Joe Barletta, with the block. Really sprung him wide, and he was just able to turn it on with that speed that he has, and he was gone.
That was just what the doctor ordered. A 58-yard touchdown run by Alex Arbogast. Gets Tewksbury on the board with 1:06 remaining in the first half.
Boy, that was a big play.
Jackson Fuedo in for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Jackson Futo's kick is good.
Boy, did the Redmen ever need that. That was a great run by Arbogast, but again, the block by number 60, Joe Barletta, that sprung him wide. And then Arbogast does what he does best and turned on the Jets, and he was gone.
That was a terrific lead block by Barletta, the sophomore. And it was a classic Arbogast run because he was coming up, he was following his block, just kind of half speed following his block, and when he saw the opening at the sideline, when he knew he could have the corner, he turned on the Jets. And I think Chelmsford got caught a little bit asleep when he turned into that second gear because he just blew by about 4 guys.
He sure did. I mean, he's got that speed. You gotta be able to get the blocks for him. He can't do it all by himself. And you know, that block really sprung him. He wasn't getting the blocks earlier in the first quarter. He certainly can cut, but he has got, I mean, he really has world-class speed. I mean,
he does.
Track star.
He does. And, you know, he and Hurdle, both very dangerous, but very different runners. Hurdle will just hit the hole immediately. Full speed right from the start. And Arbogast just picks his spots a little bit more and then just turns on the Jets. All right, the kickoff going down is scooped up. It looks like Marshall has got that. He's going to bring the ball up to about the 38-yard line. So Chelmsford will have about a minute to go here in the first half.
Like to see Cam Carney there. He's in on the play. He's trying to make the tackle. He knows the situation, and he's got his hand on the football, trying to rip it out of the runner's hands, and wasn't able to do it, but you like to see that. That's what the Redmen are going to have to do for the remainder of this game to try to get some turnovers.
Absolutely. They absolutely could use a turnover or two to help climb back into this game. But that touchdown run by Arbogast, that was a good first step. All right, 1st and 10 for Chelmsford from their own 39. Wilder calling signals. Now looks to the sideline for a new play. Lets his team know what the play is. Hey, he takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. The rush is on. He looks down. Good coverage.
Oh, nice play.
Coverage on the play.
Looked like Michael Sullivan on that one. Nice play. Cini had the coverage, but Sullivan came in over the top, made the hit at the exact time the ball was there. Great play by him. Again, though, if you notice, Tewksbury sent the blitzer. Looks like it was Paxton again, Paxton Green.
Yep, they got the pass rush on, and they had excellent coverage on Blagg downfield. So 2nd and 10 from the 39. Some positive plays here for Tewksbury before halftime. Wilder back to pass again, rolling out to his left, now scrambling. He's got some space. He cuts back inside, flag down. And Wilder down inside the 25-yard line, but there are 2 flags. And I suspect that is going to come back due to a hold.
Great run. I mean, really, he's got some great scrambling ability, but looks like the penalty is on Chelmsford, and that will be coming back.
Yeah, we had a chance to see, probably for the first time in this half, why he has 5 rushing touchdowns this year and over 300 yards rushing. He's dangerous in the open field. He can cut against the grain very nicely. But the penalty is going to bring the ball back to the Chelmsford 44-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Lions. 35 seconds to go in the half. Clock running. Triple wide outs to the left. Pass to the left. It's Marshall. He's got a first down, and he's out of bounds.
To Engelhardt, first down Chelmsford.
Coach Peterson showing a lot of confidence in his quarterback and his offense to be passing the ball with 22 seconds left, up by quite a few scores here, 26-7.
Chelmsford first down at the Tewksbury 44-yard line. That was Engelhardt on the last reception, his first catch of the game. Triple wide outs to the right side this time. Passes over to Everett, and he takes the ball down to about the 30-yard line. Clock is going to be stopped for the first down, and Chelmsford will call a timeout with 12 seconds to go. That time they ran a little misdirection, had the 3 wide receivers to the right, and instead ran a little swing pass to the left to Everett.
You know, you're always curious how a coach is going to play the last minute of a game, especially being up as big as Chelmsford is. But Coach Peterson is sending a message that we have the ball, we're going to score, we don't care what the situation is.
I think one thing Coach Peterson is well aware of is that if you do not keep playing 100% against Tewksbury, they will make you pay for it. And this Tewksbury offense, as we saw, can score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, they certainly can.
And so Chelmsford knows that they need to keep putting points on the board and not let Tewksbury climb into this game. When you have a team down, you don't want them to start getting some confidence that they have a chance to come all the way back.
"12 seconds.
12 seconds to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. First down for Chelmsford. Time for about 2 or 3 plays. Wilder passes back. And this was, there's a flag here.
Pass complete to Cooper Collins. Flag on the play.
That was another misdirection. A tackle eligible Cooper Collins on the reception down inside the 10, but they're going to call this back for what may be a personal foul, I guess.
Looks like Luke Shaw got hurt on the play. Again, if I had the benefit of replay, I'd be able to tell you what happened there, Bill.
But that is, whatever it was that did happen to Luke Shaw is what they called the
Ball's at the 34-yard line.
penalty on. I believe. So we've got 2 seconds left on the clock.
Might be a runoff here on the clock here for halftime.
If they do, that is going to end the first half. And from the looks of Tewksbury, that may be the case. The Chelmsford coach wondering, well, Tewksbury certainly thinks it's halftime. They are running back toward the locker room, and the referees are saying not quite so fast. Not so fast, boys.
Little gamesmanship there.
Perhaps. You know, if you send your team to the locker room, maybe you convince the referees that that's it.
I believe what they're discussing is a runoff.
Right. It may have been, it was only a 5-yard penalty, so it may have been an ineligible man downfield.
Yeah.
And it may have been on Collins, the fellow who caught the ball. But you're right. I think they are discussing whether a runoff would be needed or not. If not, Chelmsford would have the opportunity for one more play. If it is, and it looks like there will not be a runoff because they are explaining it to Coach Aylward. So the ball will be marked at the 34-yard line. It will be 2nd and 15.
Still seems to be some confusion down there.
I would be so bold as to say that there is likely not a referee out there who knows the rule book as well as Coach Aylward. And now, and now they're marking the ball back down. It seems as though they picked up the flag.
I don't know what's going on.
So I think the initial call had been that Collins was ineligible, the fellow who caught the ball. Now they've discussed it. Now they've moved it to the 10-yard line, and this is going to give, with 2 seconds left, it's going to give Chelmsford a chance for a field goal here.
The clock is showing zeros.
Berwith steps into the ball. The kick is up, and it is no good.
Kick is no good.
So it becomes a moot point.
Chelmsford 26, Tewksbury 7.
And we head to halftime here
For a special presentation by our
with
cheerleaders.
Chelmsford holding a commanding 26-7 lead on Tewksbury. Chief, your thoughts on the first half?
I'm surprised, actually, that Tewksbury has made the mistakes that they've made. Penalties, haven't been able to connect much on offense. I mean, they got Arbogast going. I'd like to see Hurdle a little bit more. Maybe some of those quick out passes to Sullivan and Blake Ryder. But, listen, they'll get in there at halftime. They'll review what they did good and take a look at what they could do better. And, hopefully they can get it going again in the second half. I mean, it's not out of reach. It certainly would be an epic comeback. But it's not out of reach. And the way that you've said this several times, the way that Tewksbury can score, I think they can get back in this game. But, again, they're going to have to play mistake-free football. If they have the benefit of securing a couple turnovers from Chelmsford, it looks like Chelmsford's going to throw the ball. So maybe there'll be an opportunity for, a free safety to spy the quarterback and make a play on a ball that, bounce here, bounce there. Let's see what happens,
All right. So we're going to take a break here at beautiful Doucette Field. It's halftime with the score, Chelmsford 26, Tewksbury 7. We'll be back. All right, we are back at beautiful Doucette Stadium for the second half of this afternoon's MVC football clash between Chelmsford and Tewksbury. Chelmsford dominated the first half, up 26-7. Bill Gilman alongside Chief Ryan Columbus. And Chief, you were talking about what you thought Tewksbury needed to do here in the second half.
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see if they can put some drives together and maybe get some turnovers, play some defense.
All right, Chelmsford had won the toss. They deferred. They'll get the ball to start the second half. And a short kickoff is fielded by one of the up men, Ryan Ward.
If I know anything about Coach Aylward, there was certainly a passionate speech that was given at halftime about toughness and character and what are you going to be when you're down? What kind of a team are you going to be? How hard are you going to work? And let's see what they're made of.
Chelmsford will be starting from their own 31-yard line. Wilder calling signals, and now he's going to look for the play. Kyle Wilder showed he has a tremendous arm in that first half, being able to throw the ball deep downfield with accuracy. Wilder takes the head up. It's a pitch, and there's a fumble. Wilder able to pounce on it.
Well covered by Tewksbury. There was really nowhere to go even if he had made that pitch, but boy, that would have been a big break for Tewksbury if they could have got that ball.
That might have been exactly what they needed, but Wilder alertly able to fall on the errant pitch. Loss of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Wilder rolling out to his right. Looks downfield. He's got a man. That's Marshall. He's near the first down marker. We'll see where he is got. Looks like he does have enough for the first down.
Pretty well covered by Tewksbury. Nice play designed by Chelmsford. Looks like Michael Sullivan was trying to get a hand on it. Was just out of reach.
Really impressed with Wilder's ability to throw the ball on the run and be accurate when he does it.
Yeah, he's a good athlete for sure.
And he's got the size the physical skills to possibly play on the next level, on a high level. All right, 1st and 10 for the 42. I call it the 43. Wilder's going to keep it, looking for some room. He puts his nose down, dives ahead. Looks like he's going to get about 4. Second down and 6 from the 47. Kai Everett at the tailback to Wilder's right. Ryan Blagg split wide right. Marshall wide left. Wilder looking in the flat. That's Blagg. Some nice fancy footwork.
Nice catch. Nice footwork, like you said. That moves the chains for Chelmsford.
And they're going to mark it at the Tewksbury 44 first down. It's interesting we're not seeing John McCarthy here so far. And Wilder again keeping it, putting his nose down and diving forward for a gain of about 3.
Nice play by Blake Ryder getting through.
Ryder has played a nice game defensively.
He's a real solid player.
Yep.
Real solid player. Chelmsford certainly taking their time.
Wilder with the handoff to Everett. Everett.
Ball's out. Looks like it went out of bounds.
Everett on the carry.
It was out of bounds. Another break for Chelmsford because that fumble is going to get them about an extra 5 yards or so. Ball is marked just inside the 35, about a half yard short of a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and about a half a yard for the Lions.
3rd and short.
Yeah, you're right. I see McCarthy on the sidelines.
Wilder on the keeper. He's got the first down.
First down carry for Wilder.
Not much more than that. Down to about the 33, 1st and 10. Chelmsford moving the ball efficiently, although they have caught a couple of breaks on a couple of fumbles. And unfortunately, Tewksbury unable to take advantage.
Chelmsford is certainly playing the clock game. They are taking their time on every possession.
Another big receiver comes into the game, Mikey Mwanke, 6'1", 175, comes into the game. Split wide left. And an incomplete pass by Wilder. A rare misfire. Looking for Marshall on a little quick out. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 33. Chelmsford continues to be in the no huddle. 4 wide receivers. Everett in the backfield. Wilder looking downfield. Just overthrows Blagg.
Michael Sullivan on the coverage. 3rd and 10.
A little bit overthrown, but Michael Sullivan was in position to make a play on that. If the ball were to have gotten to that receiver, I think Michael would have been able to make a play on that.
He did. He had a step on Bongiorno, but Sullivan came over to help. You're right, and he was right there for the play. So now it's 3rd and 10 from the 33. And inside handoff to Everett. He's got a little bit of room, but the hole closes down quickly.
Blake Ryder again.
Tackles made by Albie Bosworth brings up 4th down.
Ryder and Bosworth.
Yeah, it looked like Albie was in on that as well. Yeah.
And it's going to be 4th and 5. Chelmsford's offense will stay on the field. They will go for it. 3 wide receivers to the left. Blagg, the lone wide receiver, to the right. Everett in the backfield. Wilder calling signals. And now they've taken a look at the defense. They're changing up the play. Wilder looking for Blagg. He's got him. And Blagg stays in bounds. A nice job staying in bounds. He's looking for the end zone. He is going to make it. He is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown for Ryan Blagg.
Good pass.
That is a
Good
nice
execution.
play.
I mean, he stayed in bounds. He didn't quit. He took a hit, just kept running down the sideline, and just wasn't able to. Wasn't going to give up. He really wasn't.
He took a hit, and that was not a gentle hit. He took a shot, and he kept his footing, kept his balance, stayed in bounds, and dragged defenders in. And now, after the play, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct being called on Chelmsford. So it looks like Tewksbury, Coach Aylward, will take that penalty on the kickoff. Perhaps a bit of taunting going on. It was a nice pass. They looked like they had the first down, but it looked like he was going to be driven out of bounds. But somehow he managed to keep his footing and got down the sideline for the score. The extra point attempt is no good.
Certainly had a lot of leg on it. Just missed it left.
Beerworth yanked it, as you say, to the left. But Chelmsford, with 6:34 to go in the third quarter, has extended its lead to 32-7.
I can't remember the last time I've seen this. The Redmen being down like this in a game. It's certainly been a while. But we're going to see what they're made of. They just have to take it play by play, and let's see what Coach Aylward comes up with. I mean, these Tewksbury kids typically don't give up and they don't quit. So we'll see how tough they're willing to play the rest of the game here.
As part of their 4-game win streak so far, Chelmsford put up 48 points on Lexington, 64 on Dracut, 49 on Lowell, and then 35 last week against North Andover. This Chelmsford offense, and we're seeing it firsthand, they are legit. They have got a ton of weapons available to them, a talented quarterback who can distribute and make good decisions. I'll tell you, come tournament time, I don't care who you are, I wouldn't want to see them. I wouldn't want to be matched up against them if I were any of the Eastern Mass teams.
They certainly look like a good team. Good quarterback, good running back, got some receivers, and they're playing great defense as well.
All right, so with that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, Chelmsford will be kicking off from their own 25-yard line, which means that Tewksbury should get some good field position here to have their first drive of the second half. Beerworth steps into the kick. It looks like it's going to be Hurdle fielding the ball at his own 20. He comes up the middle. He's up to about the 40. He's pushing ahead, pushing the pile up to the 45-yard line.
Good run by Sean Hurdle. Another tough run by him.
You get the feeling that Sean Hurdle has the mentality that given a choice between running around someone or running through them, he chooses to run through them.
Yeah, he's as they say, built different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what he chooses to do.
He's a tough kid. And, you want to talk about momentum and character, right? Let's just give him the ball and see what he does.
All right. So there's it looks like a broken play. Looked like it was supposed to be a handoff to Hurdle, but miscommunication. And Cienzo is chased out of bounds.
Jack Washington on the tackle, second out.
And it's going to be a loss of about, where they're going to mark it here, at the 43. So it's going to be a loss of 2, second down and 12. And boy, the offense has just been out of sync a lot.
I give Chelmsford a lot of credit. Appear to be a great team. But what is disappointing is to see some of the miscues and mistakes, because I think Tewksbury at their best football would give Chelmsford a much better game.
Right. They have definitely not been at their best today. All right. 4 wide receivers. Ciencio looking downfield. He's got a man. It's Wynn, and Wynn hauls it in inside the 35-yard line.
Ciencio on the pass.
Ciencio with a great pass, back shoulder. He really laid that in there perfectly, and it was a great catch.
A nice catch by Wynn. Caught it falling down. He's marked out the 34-yard line. Tewksbury in business, 1st and 10. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tewksbury trailing 32-7. Ciencio again, play action fake. Overthrows his receiver.
Looks like a flag.
He was looking for Blake Ryder in the flat, and that play just has not been there for them. But we have got a dead ball foul, a blow to the head. Looks like one of the Chelmsford pass rushers may have hit Ciencio in the head. Oh no, this is going to go against Tewksbury. That's unfortunate. That was a dead ball foul after the play, and
I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I did not see it, and but again, one of those unforced errors. So instead of a 2nd and 10, now we're looking at a 2nd and 25 from the 49-yard line, and it's mistakes like that, just poor decision making or a lack of discipline that have got to drive Coach Aylward nuts. We've got a screen over the middle to Arbogast, and that's going to be a flag.
Arbogast on the reception, flag on the play.
A little too much enthusiasm with the tackle, not playing the whistle by Chelmsford. So they're going to give that 15 yards right back on the tail end of this screen pass.
Good play call by Tewksbury. Well designed, well executed. Arbogast got I think he got about 10, 12 yards on that play.
He did. And it was for a going up against a team with an aggressive defense like Chelmsford has, a screen pass is a perfect call. If you can execute it, a screen pass is a perfect call. So that's going to bring the ball down to the 25-yard line, and it's going to be a 2nd and 1. Ciencio under center. Handoff to Hurdle. Hurdle cuts back up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's going to be down to about the 21-yard line. A nice run by Sean Hurdle.
Nice run with Hurdle. Keep feeding him the ball. I saw a nice block there by Paxton Green again. He absorbed the blow. It looked like it might have been a run blitz, and Hurdle was able to hit the hole.
You have said that they've done their best running between the tackles, and if you run between the tackles, that's going to take those cornerbacks, those aggressive cornerbacks, out of play. Yeah. And they may want to keep doing that. So again, under center, the pitch to Hurdle. Hurdle looking to get to the outside. He's got a bit of an opening.
Hurdle on the carry. Ryan Black on the tackle. 2nd down.
And they're going to mark him down at about the 18-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of about 3. No, actually, say he went down at the 19, so gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Ciencio, handoff up the middle. That's Manny Magato.
Magata on the carry, 3 yards. Tackle made by Jack Walsh. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and about 5.
Going to mark him down at about the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2, 3rd and 6. And of course, being down by 25 points, definitely 4-down territory here.
I'd like to see something of Blake Ryder here on the outside.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ciencio's got a man. Looks like Sullivan.
CMCO's pass, caught by Michael Sullivan.
And they are going to mark him down at the 11. That's going to be enough for a first down.
That's a Redmond first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, just outside the 10.
Nice throw and catch there.
Sullivan has made a couple of very nice catches in traffic.
Solid player.
Ciencio in the shotgun spread formation. Arbogast taking the ball on the sweep. Cut down after a gain of 1.
Tackle made by Joseph Tays.
But there is also a flag on the play. And it looks like it's going to be holding on Tewksbury.
Every time they seem to get a little bit of momentum,
Yeah.
they get backed up.
Yeah. So this ball's going to go all the way back to the 22-yard line. So it'll be first down and 21 from the 22. Mangata, the lone back in the backfield. Ciencio looking on a fade route, looking for Arbogast, but threw the ball out of bounds.
Alex Arbogast.
You gonna watch any college football today, Bill?
Third down.
I think I'll probably try to take in a couple of games.
Yeah.
It should be a good one. That Alabama-Tennessee game
Yeah.
promises to be a good one at Rocky Top. That place will be rocking. They
I know.
haven't.
Love
they
to
haven't
see
had a top
Tennessee
10
pull
team
it
in a
out.
while.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a few good ones. There are a few good ones on the slate
Oh
today.
yeah.
All right, 2nd down and 21. Ciencio trying to avoid the sack, but he is taken down. Dan Craig
Back by Dan
with the
Craig.
sack.
Brings up third.
Ciencio down at the 34.
Solid play by Dan Craig. He just got out. I don't think Ciencio saw him when he was trying to run for it, but great play by number 10.
So 3rd down and an Uber ride for the Redmen.
Yeah, some good games. Good games today. Penn State, Michigan, and then Tewksbury alum Adam Fuller with Florida State. They're hosting Clemson tonight, 7:30.
Timeout.
Tewksbury timeout
At this time, please
with
take out your pink tickets.
1:32 to go. Oh, they're
Pink 50-50
setting
raffle
the
ticket.
clock. It'll be just under 1:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Chelmsford leading Tewksbury 32-7. Yeah, Florida State has been an interesting team this year. They have they've shown sparks of being their old self, but have been a little bit inconsistent in some of their games also.
Yeah, they look like they're on the up though. You know.
Oh, they're definitely
rebuilding.
heading in the right direction.
You know, Coach Norville and, like I said, defensive coordinator Adam Fuller played here in 1994 for Tewksbury. You know, we wish him well. That's a big one for them tonight with Clemson. But some other great games, too. Penn State, like I said, Penn State, Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee. So Saturday football is fun.
Oh, it is. It is, absolutely. All right, so the team's back on the field here. 1:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 32. And it's going to be a pitch back, and they blow up the play. It looked like they were going to go for Sullivan throwing the ball downfield, but Cooper Collins blew up the play, and a loss of about 10 on that one.
You know, you got to give credit to Chelmsford. You know, when you're up this much, there's a tendency to get laxed or not lose some focus, and they didn't. They were ready for that, well coached, knew what they were doing on that play, and executed.
So Michael Sullivan back to punt for the first time in the second half. And the kick is taking a bounce back, but it hits the Chelmsford player on the heel. Pounced on, and it's going to be Tewksbury ball.
There's a flag down.
The ball is recovered by Tyler Barnes. There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag. But the ball definitely hit off the heel of a Chelmsford player.
I think Tewksbury's going to get hit with a hold here.
Pounced on by Barnes. We'll see. It's holding on Tewksbury. That is a brutal penalty. Again, a very unusual penalty for a holding call to be down near where the ball was going to be fielded and have it be on the kicking team. That's something you almost never see.
It looked like the Tewksbury player, and I don't know who it was, but they were pulling the Chelmsford player down to the ground as they were falling, and the ref saw him pulling the jersey and bringing that Chelmsford player down. So I think that's what drew the flag. I'm not saying I like the call.
No, that's a tough call, and so we're going to have a re-kick, and now it's all the way back to the Tewksbury 45-yard line. Michael Sullivan will have to kick it again, but again, that is just a tough break. There's been a few chances that Tewksbury had to get turnovers that have just not gone their way. The punt by Sullivan going down and being marked dead at about the 31-yard line. Oh, that would have been a big break for the Redmen right there.
Sure would have. We also can't forget about Johnny Aylward, Notre Dame offensive assistant.
That's right.
They got Stanford tonight. So
That's
a couple
right.
Tewksbury alum and some big-time football games tonight. Notre Dame and with Johnny Aylward and Florida State, Adam Fuller.
It's no coincidence when you see Tewksbury High graduates being involved in coaching with the tremendous coaching that they received here in high school.
Do you think Johnny Aylward was getting it at the dinner table? Or?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. All right, Chelmsford with a first down from their own 31.
Ball's out.
And there's a fumble. And this time, Tewksbury does have it.
Fumble on the play.
It looks like it was Richie Bongiorno.
Recovered by Nick DeGloria. First and 10 Redmen.
Oh, they're saying number 6. Oh, it was number 6. Sorry. Nick DeGloria on the fumble recovery at the Chelmsford 45-yard line.
Nice play. Take a shot here. You got nothing to lose. We're playing for pride at this point.
Absolutely. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. First down. There's the handoff to Arbogast. Arbogast looking to cut it upfield. Is able to get a few yards.
Arbogast on the carry.
Nice run by Alex.
Tackle by Manuel Marshall.
Boy, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
With the score, Chelmsford 32, Tewksbury 7. But I just can't tell you how impressed I am with the secondary of Chelmsford. How aggressively they get up to support the run defense. They just fly up to attack. And Tewksbury, I think, has tried to take advantage of that with that trick play on the reverse, going to try to throw it downfield. They've tried it a couple of times. They just haven't been able to execute it.
Yeah, they've played well. I think that, if you've scouted Tewksbury, they have a great running game. And they have several backs that can get the ball downfield. And, it's the take away what they do good. And if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat us with your arm.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to beat us deep. And Tewksbury just hasn't been able to do that today.
Right. They have not shown the ability to throw downfield consistently enough that it would force those guys, force the secondary to stay honest. The secondary can cheat up.
Yeah, you gotta give Chelmsford credit though. I mean, offense, defense, special teams. I mean, they're playing tough. They are playing physical, and they're playing tough.
They are. All right, we start the fourth quarter. Tewksbury with a 2nd and 9 at the Chelmsford 44-yard line. Ciencio looking downfield. He's got a man. It's Hurdle, trying to break it free, and he is. He stays in bounds. It's a touchdown.
Nice job, nice throw, nice run. Like I've been saying, give me more Hurdle.
You have been calling for more Sean Hurdle all day, and there you go, a deep drag route. He started over on the right side, came all the way through to the left. A perfect pass in stride by Ciencio. Hurdle stayed in bounds down the left sideline, all the way for the touchdown.
Capitalized on that turnover. Clock's working against us now, though.
Jackson Fuido, snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, the kick is good.
Good kick.
Fuido's kick is good. Makes the score 32-14.
So with 11:51 to go here in the fourth quarter, the score now, Chelmsford 32, Tewksbury 14. And as you mentioned, you know, the feeling is playing for pride right now. There is a lot to say for that. How this team handles itself, how their comportment, being down 28 points down 18 points here in the fourth quarter, keeping their composure, staying disciplined, continuing to fight, looking to chop into this lead, maybe get a good defensive stand, see if they can get the ball back again.
Do you go onside here?
I
don't know how well it's executed.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not sure you do at this point. And your defense got a turnover the last time. You might give your defense another shot to see if they can get a stop here.
That's why Coach Aylwood's coaching, and I'm not.
44 yards on the touchdown pass.
What do you think in the Aylwood house? Was it bedtime stories or was it playbooks?
Oh, I definitely think playbooks for sure. Yeah, I think playbooks for sure.
I had a chance to speak with Johnny Aylward a couple weeks ago. He was at the game here. I think Notre Dame had a bye, and just a great kid, great young man.
Mason Viets on the kickoff, and it stays in bounds.
Oh boy.
Oh, and up the left sideline, and they are not going to get him.
Jake Brooks, sophomore.
And do we have a flag? Is there a flag here?
I think everyone thought that he stepped out of bounds, but heck of a run by Jake Brooks.
Flag on the play.
It is I will be honest, Chief, I am not familiar with that signal, but it is a foul it's a penalty against Chelmsford. It's going to come all the way back. Tewksbury catches a break there.
Certainly does. Great return. Chelmsford was in the they were in the onside return. They were waiting for something, either a squib or some sort of indirect onside kick. And I don't really know what happened there. They just went down the sideline, and
I'm wondering if the penalty may be that the Chelmsford player who fielded the ball may have indicated that he was surrendering himself, may have indicated that he was done, and that kind of got the Tewksbury defense to the kicking team to relax.
Well, that would make some sense.
And then he ran through it, but that may have been the penalty.
Yeah.
The fact that he gave himself up and then ran. All right, so Chelmsford will be starting from their own 9-yard line, their worst field position starting today. But that'll change as a run downfield That's number 7, Joseph Tays.
Joseph Tays on the
His
carry.
first carry of the day. And he breaks it out to the Chelmsford 40,
32
first and 10.
First and 10.
Where are they getting these guys?
They-
Joseph Tays, that's a heck of a run.
They stack
Senior
him up like
running back.
cordwood, apparently.
Six feet 170 he's listed as.
So this time it's going to be Wilder holding
Keeper.
on to the ball. Diving
Wilder on the
forward.
carry, Michael Sullivan on the tackle.
He's going to have a gain of about 7. Second and 3 from the 47. Another thing I like about this kid, Wilder, he has no fear of taking hits. He just puts his head down and dives forward, and he's more than willing to get the extra yardage, take the hit.
Down 3.
Certainly shown some toughness.
Absolutely.
And again, you don't want to skew the game plan too much, but if I was the coach for Chelmsford, I certainly would be looking at protecting him a little bit more. He probably wouldn't want that. He'd probably want to run the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're up big, and they got a bright future for sure.
All right, second and 3, and this is Tays again, and he is taken down just shy of the first down.
Tays on the carry, right
That was
foot,
Shaw.
first on the play.
Nice to see him back in the game. He had gotten dinged up earlier. Gain of
Third and 3.
1.
Gain of 1, but nice job at Ryan Fleming, number 2, getting in the backfield, disrupting that play enough
Right.
so that his teammates could make the tackle. Chelmsford continuing to work the clock.
Wise thing to do. All right, Wilder calling signals. Tays next to him to his left. Handoff is to Tays, and he is swept under. And that was Fleming on the hit there.
Fleming and Paxton Greenan on the play.
Nice play.
Brings up 4th down.
And it looks like
Timeout Tewksbury.
Tewksbury is going to call a timeout here. Their second and a half. Try to save a little clock. So after the first big run by Tays, good defensive stand. And Tewksbury will get the ball back. On this run that on this win streak that Chelmsford has been on, they have only allowed in their last 4 games a grand total of 22 points.
Yeah, that's
So
impressive.
as powerful as their offense has been, their defense has just been lights out.
Impressive.
And we certainly have seen that from them today also. But it's been good to see Tewksbury continue to plug away and be able to do a little damage. Next week, Chelmsford will have, not to be unkind, but will have what will amount to be a bye week against a winless Lawrence team, whereas Tewksbury has got a tough one. Tough part of their schedule continues.
Drake it next week?
I'm sorry. You're right. Drake it next week and then Andover. So Chelmsford punting on 4th down, a big boot. Cini fields it at the 5 and apparently signaled for a fair catch. So they're going to mark him at the 16-yard line. No, the 11. They're going to mark him at the 11-yard line.
I'll tell you what, the Chelmsford Billerica Thanksgiving game, that's going to be something.
That is shaping up to be a dandy, and there could be a lot of playoff implications there. Oh, and we missed a flag on that play. There's a penalty on Chelmsford. Tewksbury accepts it, and they are going to make Chelmsford re-kick. I think it was an illegal procedure. 5-yard penalty. So 4th down again, and Craig is back to punt it all over again. He got a good piece of the last one. Not nearly as good a kick this time. And it is going to roll dead at about the 29-yard line.
Hey, you got nothing to lose here now. Let's take some shots. You know, maybe run some screens, some deep balls, some deep outs. 9 minutes to go. You get nothing to lose. Play for some pride. See what you can do. You get a couple. You get a quick score here, then who knows?
Who knows? As it was, that particular drive, only 8. Very small amount of clock. So still 9:12 to go here. Arbogast on the pitch. He's looking to get to the corner, but he is cut down. Wow, what a nice play. That was Ryan Blagg.
Ryan Blagg, second down.
Ryan Blagg, senior. 6'4", 185. Nice play.
And, you know, he did exactly what you need to do with a running back like Arbogast. You go for his legs. You got to cut him down.
Great containment. Great containment. And, again, these teams know you can't let him get outside.
And that was Blagg again. That's Blagg at safety.
Throwback.
He's got a man wide open. It's Arbogast. Arbogast at midfield. Arbogast at the 45. Arbogast fumbles, but he recovers. And he is down at the 35-yard line.
Nice play design. Nice execution. Arbogast with a nice run. He was very fortunate to get the ball back there. But, you know, listen, like we talked about, you know, just take some chances. See what happens.
That was a well-executed play. Everything was rolling to the right, and the throwback was to the left. Arbogast slipped out of the backfield wide open, and the Redmen are in business. 8:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Tewksbury at the Chelmsford 35-yard line. Triple wide outs, and now Hurdle going over to the right. And Ciencio was looking downfield. He was going deep, but overthrew Sullivan. He was trying Sullivan on a post pattern, and just overthrew him.
Good coverage by Chelmsford, yeah. Yeah, good coverage.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Chelmsford making a late substitution on defense. 5 wide receivers, spread formation. Arbogast in motion. Ciencio trying to escape the pressure. Throws it, looking, but it's Sullivan. Looked like he may have made the catch, but he was out of bounds. Tried to make a diving grab there.
Under some pressure there. He definitely had Ryder and he had Sullivan open, but the pressure was knocking on the door.
They're getting some heat on Ciencio. The pass protection isn't quite what it might be, and it's not quite what it's been. This Chelmsford front is able to make some good penetration. All right, so 3rd and 10 from the 35. Ciencio looking over the middle, and there may be a flag. Yeah. There are multiple flags. He was looking for Wynn, and Wynn got hit significantly before the ball arrived.
Yeah, he was early, you know.
He was early.
Aggressive play, that's going to happen.
Yep.
But, you know, it's a penalty and a break for the Redmen.
1st and 10 Redmen.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Or are they they're gonna mark it on the spot because it was less than 15 yards downfield. So they're gonna mark it at the 23-yard line, but that is enough for a 1st down. So Tewksbury gets a new set of downs. 7:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tewksbury down by 18. Hurdle in the backfield. He stays in to block. Now it's a screen pass to Hurdle, but incomplete. That was Ryan Clark, the senior linebacker, who read that
on the play, 2nd and 10.
And absolutely drilled Sean Hurdle. Hurdle taking a breather after that hit. They had the play set up, but
nice play by Chelmsford.
Clark went right through the blocking and blew it up. So 2nd and 10. Ciancio in the shotgun. Arbogast in the backfield. The handoff to Arbogast. He's got the corner. A gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Carry. Third down.
Looked like Taze on the stop.
Again, you mentioned the depth of this Chelmsford team. They are, Tewksbury doesn't tend to find a lot of teams that are as deep as they are, but Chelmsford seems like they're every bit as deep as Tewksbury is. All right, Ciancio on 3rd and 3. He's keeping it. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. He's got Sullivan in the end zone. Touchdown! Michael Sullivan. What a tremendous catch. Managing to get a foot in bounds.
Boy, that was close.
It took a minute for both referees to look at each other, but they ruled that he got a foot in bounds. Another misdirection play. Everything drifting to the right. The fake handoff on the play action to Arbogast. Sullivan going out to the left corner of the end zone. The ball right there and a tremendous catch. And it is 32-20. The kick is up for the extra point by Fado. It is good, and suddenly, with 6:47 to go, it is Chelmsford 32, Tewksbury 21.
You know, that's just a great play. That ball hung up there for a while, though, didn't it? I didn't know if Sullivan was going to come down with it in time in the end zone, but he certainly did. Another solid play by Sullivan. Great kick. The kicking game for Tewksbury has been excellent. Very solid, very important. But, you know, we talked about coming out of halftime, you know, what would the Red Men do? What was their character? What was the character of this team? What would they look like? How would they fight? Would they give up? And, you know, they haven't. 6:47 left. You know, may take a couple of turnovers or a miracle, but who knows what's going to happen at this point. They're playing good.
Well, with 6:47 to go, you definitely need a 3-and-out would help tremendously here, or a turnover to get within give you a chance to get within a score. But about an hour or so ago, we didn't think we'd be talking about this right now.
No, definitely not.
So Tewksbury has shown some character, some grit.
Looks like they're going onside here.
And we will see if they can make some magic happen. Mason Viets lining up. And you're right, it looks like they're going with the onside kick. We'll see. Viets, little pooch kick, but fielded cleanly. Nice job by Kai Everett, who hauled it in.
Yeah, smart to just get down there. No point in risking taking a big hit or giving up the ball there. So that was smart. They get a good field position, so the Redmen have to make a stop now.
Well, the defense has played significantly better here in the second half. They've done a nice job making some adjustments from halftime. And we'll see if they can get a quick 3-and-out here and get the ball back. 6:41 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Be curious to see if Chelmsford plays conservative or they're going to attack.
Wilder in the shotgun. Looking downfield.
Oh,
and
nice
the
play.
ball is batted down.
Blake Ryder on the deflection.
Blake Ryder, and that is his second pass deflection.
Great play by Blake Ryder. He reads the play. He sees the quarterback. He gets up and is able to knock that pass down. And, you know, that's one of the downfalls of passing. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
That's right. But it appears to answer your question. Chelmsford's going to stick with their game plan. They're coming out aggressive. Wilder getting the signal, or getting the play from the bench. Relays it to his team. Everett in the backfield. Marshall in motion. Handoff to Marshall on the sweep. He needs a block. He gets one, but not two. And he will get to about the 40-yard line.
Hurdle on the tackle, third down.
Hurdle on the hit. And it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 4. huge play right here. 6:12, clock running. Chelmsford leads 32-21. Wilder in the shotgun. Marshall in motion. Quick pass to Marshall.
Nice
and
play.
A great play.
Michael Sullivan. Excellent
Michael
play.
Sullivan has played a tremendous football game today. And a big stop on third down. It's going to be down at the 42-yard line, which is going to be 4th and 2. Tewksbury calls the timeout. Now that, I believe, is going to be their last timeout. They're not.
That's a good
officially marked on
timeout
the
there,
board,
though, because Chelmsford just going to run the clock at that point. So,
right.
But I'll tell you what, Michael Sullivan read that play all the way, came up, made the tackle, kept him from getting to the marker. Great job by the Redmen.
That really was an outstanding play. He saw Marshall had gone in motion, started to go in motion to the left, and then doubled back to the right. And like you said, when he saw Marshall double back, Sullivan knew exactly what the play was going to be, and he was right on top of it.
Now, you'd think Chelmsford's going to punt here.
You would think, up to still a 2-score game, you would think they're not going to risk it. With it only being 2 yards, I'll tell you what, the one thing I would be very careful of if I'm Tewksbury is I'd watch for the fake, because here in the middle of the field, this is about where, if you're going to take a shot at it, if you're going to take a shot at a fake, this would be where you do it. All right, so here we go. And Chelmsford's bringing out the punt team. Dan Craig lined up to punt. Snap is clean, and he gets it away. Pressure. And the ball is going to roll dead at about the 25-yard line.
Next punt goes to the Redmen 24-25-yard line.
So here we go. 5:43 to go. Still plenty of time.
1st and 10 Redmen 24.
Tewksbury down 2 touchdowns.
You know, I haven't seen Chelmsford yet back off a little bit to play for the deep ball. They've been playing very aggressive even on the last possession. I'd be curious to see how they defend this with their safeties and defensive backs. If they sort of back off and give up maybe a little bit more of the middle of the field or some shorter passes.
It is going to be interesting to see how they respond. This is the most points in any game Chelmsford has given up this season, even the opening game that they lost. So Tewksbury's kind of punched him in the mouth a little bit. It's a reverse, a fumble. They had gone to try to go to Hurdle on the reverse. The handoff was bobbled, and fortunately, Tewksbury was able to fall on it. Hurdle was able to fall on it. However, it's a loss of 5.
Keeping with the theme of misdirection.
Yeah, again, trying to take advantage of Chelmsford's aggressiveness is definitely a great idea. All right, so 2nd and 15 from the 20. Ciencio calling signals. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. He's got Sullivan. Sullivan down at about the 29-yard line.
Joseph Tazen on the tackle, 3rd down.
Call it the 29. Going to be 3rd and about 5. 4:56 to go. Four wide receivers.
Got him.
Oh. And an incomplete pass on 3rd down. Ciencio, you're right. He had Sullivan open. Just missed him. So 4th and 5, and you got to believe that down 2 scores, they're going to take the risk. They're going to go for it here.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to go for it.
Tewksbury with no timeouts left. And this is a must 1st down here. You don't need to go for everything here, but you do need to get a new set of downs. So we'll see what Coach Aylward has dialed up for his offense. Ciencio brings them out. He's got Sullivan and Wynn to his right. He's got Arbogast in motion, looking for Arbogast, incomplete. It was at his feet, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. Well, that's unfortunate. So Chelmsford will take over at the Tewksbury 29, and that may be the last gasp for the Redmen with 4:39 to go here.
No timeouts.
No, now you're at the place where you need to be grabbing at the ball, trying to strip the ball, trying to generate a fumble. Wilder brings the Lions out. He's got Everett next to him. There's a handoff to Everett inside, and a nice tackle by Fleming, who tripped up Everett after a gain of only about 2. I'll call it 1, actually. It's going to be 2nd and 9. And about the 28-yard line. Chelmsford still going no huddle. And not exactly taking as much time off the clock as you might think, but there he goes on a quick slant. That's Blagg, and he is in for the touchdown.
Coach Peterson showing a lot of confidence in his quarterback and his offense. Most coaches, I think, in that situation, they're running the ball, right? They know the other team doesn't have any timeouts.
Yep.
You're going to work the clock down as much as you can, but, hey, you got to give the Lions credit. They came to play, and they have executed. That has been the difference. They have executed.
They really have, and they have just got so many weapons available. Beerworth lining up for the extra point. Marshall the holder. The snap is clean. The ball is up, and the kick is good. So as the Chelmsford takes advantage of the turnover on downs, gets the touchdown on the 28-yard slant, quick slant to Blagg, to Ryan Blagg from Wilder. And with 4 minutes exactly to go in the game, Chelmsford has extended their lead to 39-21.
This one's certainly going to sting a little bit for the Redmen, but, I still think that they have a really good team, good quarterback, good line, good backs. I think they have the ability to, bounce back from this.
They do. And as you said, they've got Drake at next week, which on paper is a what they like to call a get-right game. Certainly, I think there's work to be done on the defensive side of the ball. They gave up, I think, 35 last week to Billerica, and now 39 this week to Chelmsford. So there's some work to be done, but still a lot of football to be played this season and a lot that this team can accomplish. Beerworth steps into it, little pooch kick, and the ball is loose, and it looks like Chelmsford may have recovered it. Chelmsford certainly thinks they do, and now the referees have signaled it. Chelmsford has recovered the onside kick. That is Mikey Mwangi on the recovery. And it looks like it's going to be a first down at the Tewksbury 40-yard line. So again, the execution, the little chip kick. Tewksbury had tried to do something similar after their last touchdown. They could not execute it. Chelmsford, looking to put the nail in the coffin, executes it here perfectly. They recover it, and they've got the ball back.
Again, interesting and aggressive coaching by Coach Peterson. I mean, they're deciding to do a pooch kick there where you just want to kick it deep and and play some defense being up as big as you are. But, hey, give them credit. They're playing aggressive, and they're sticking to the game plan, no matter what the score is.
They are. All right, they hand off to Everett. Everett up the middle. Big, hard hit. Gain of about 2. That was Fleming in that.
Second down.
Ryan Fleming still playing hard.
He's not giving up. That was a
Not
hard
at
hit.
all.
Could hear the hat on the hat from up here.
So it's going to be second down at about 8 from the 38-yard line. And it is noticeable. We have not seen McCarthy in the second half. We're not sure if there's an injury there. All right, Wilder on the keeper.
I think he's been playing defense. I don't know if the coach is just giving some other players an opportunity on offense.
Oh, that may be.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
you have seen him in
I've
on
seen
defense.
him on defense,
Okay.
yeah. Yep, could be.
Gain of 1 on the keeper by Wilder. Clock still running, 2:39.
Still some passion from the Redmond faithful.
Absolutely. If there's anything this team and the fan base hates more than losing, it is losing on their home turf.
Tackle by A.J. Cini.
And the pass to Marshall. Gain of 2 down to the, a gain of maybe 1 down to the 36. It's going to be 4th and 6. Tackle by Cini, and Chelmsford's going to punt with 2 minutes to go here in the game. Dan Craig takes the snap, gives it a kick. He's looking for the corner, and he did.
Nice kick.
He got it out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Nice job.
And stop me if you've heard this word before, but execution in the kicking game.
Yeah, certainly.
Just right where he wanted it to be.
Yeah, certainly was. Listen, I want to thank you, Bill, and this is my first time doing this. I was asked to do it this week, and it's been fun. You do a great job doing the play-by-play. All these kids on both sides, they're great kids. They're out here playing, and, nice to see. Beautiful day today, but, I want to recognize 2 individuals, Jason Marshall and Brian Dorrington. They do all the behind-the-scenes.
Yep.
This wouldn't be possible. They wouldn't be able to broadcast any of this to the Tewksbury residents or anyone else really that wants to link to watch these kids play.
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. They do a tremendous job and a tremendous service for the town of Tewksbury.
Yeah, I like to call them very underrated. They do some great work. They've done some great work for, the police department, some of the videos that they've created and done, and, for any of the town, the town departments, they do the videos, and, for them to do these games, do the hockey games, it's really phenomenal. It's exciting for the kids, too.
Absolutely. So it's a 26-yard run by Arbogast, and almost a great catch by Wynn inside the Chelmsford 40-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 10. No, you're absolutely right. And when I began working here in Tewksbury in 2010, there wasn't a real active Tewksbury public access television, and so many towns in the area had one, and it was something that was lacking, and Brian and his team have done an absolutely tremendous job. The sports, the public service, the town government broadcasts, a phenomenal job, phenomenal service to the community. Ciancio rolling out to his left, throws across his body. He's got a man.
Ooh, that's a tough throw. Nice throw by him.
Again.
Nice throw. Yeah, someone had commented a couple of weeks ago that they were watching the game from California, Tewksbury.
Oh, sure.
Former Tewksbury alum. And, it's for those that, played years and years ago at the old field, to see the stadium, to see, what it's become, and, these new schools here, it's beautiful. It really is. On a fall day in October here, the weather's perfect. Unfortunately, Tewksbury would have liked to have had the win. We would have liked to have had the win, but it's a great place to be.
No, there's nothing better though on a fall afternoon, the trees changing color. It's just a beautiful day for football. The screen pass over the middle.
Well defended.
Ryder. Well defended.
Yeah.
Loss of a yard, loss of 2. And the clock goes under a minute. Here, Chelmsford leading 39-21.
And the facility here is I bet it would rival some smaller colleges.
Everybody who has come here to play, to watch a game, has raved about the facilities at this stadium. And when you add in the field at the high school, it is really Tewksbury has got first-rate athletic fields now.
Yeah, they certainly do.
And that's just that's a credit to the people of Tewksbury who have voted to support it, and to the school committees and the administrations. There's a lot to be proud of. The new school that we're looking at here across the way, the new fire station in town, the new dispatch. So that was a sack on the play by Cienzo, and that is going to do it. So the final score here from Doucette Field: Chelmsford 39, Tewksbury 21. Chelmsford improves to 5-1 on the season. Tewksbury will drop to 4-2. As we mentioned, Chelmsford will be taking on next week. We'll be taking on Lawrence.
Is it Lawrence or Westford Academy?
Lawrence.
Oh, it is.
They've got Lawrence next week and then Westford.
Okay.
And Tewksbury will be back in action next week. They will be taking on the Middies of Dracut in a rivalry game. And so they'll be looking to get themselves back on track and try to stop this 2-game losing streak. Final thoughts, Chief?
No, listen, I think, again, I just want to say thanks. It was fun. It was fun to do the game. Unfortunately, Tewksbury didn't play their best. I think that they're a better team than what they showed today.
Right.
I do think they'll bounce back. I do think that, if they can get into the tournament, I think that they'll be able to do some damage because they are a good team. They're well coached. And this, although Chelmsford, you got to give them credit. Great team. Both sides of the ball, well coached. I just think that Tewksbury did not play their best ball today.
They did not.
And I think that they will moving forward.
I would agree wholeheartedly. There is room for improvement, and if these two teams were to meet on another occasion and Tewksbury brought their A game, I think you'd see a much different result. All right, so we're going to wrap things up here from Doucette Stadium. I'm Bill Gilman alongside Chief Ryan Columbus. Chief, it has been a pleasure working with you. I hope we get a chance to do this again this season.
Yeah,
absolutely. Fun. And final score here: Chelmsford 39, Tewksbury 21. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.